Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones.
Hey, this is Leslie.
And Jason.
Of The Sweetest Condition, and you're listening to Dr. Bones on New Music Saturday.
Right on, and welcome back to New Music Saturday with myself and Mike from 1inFive. And for part two here, it's going to be, like I said, it's just going to be a little different. We're going to kind of be slipping into more of the electronic side of things, but the cool electronica side, you know, it's not just electronic, it's like electronic pop, like mixed with like synths and some really good stuff. So it's actually class stuff. It's not just stuff going, oh my god, the beat never changes. So this is yeah. So this is the newest one by one of my personal favorites from Brooklyn, New York, and I've interviewed them a few times, and both are very great people. Alyssa and Ryan. This band is called Kodachrome, and the song is called Oh, You Too. Dig this.
Oh, you too hardly amused by your taste to the things you choose. Such a plain pair of fools.
Kodachrome with Oh You Two. Now this is the first single they've. I'm not sure if it's quite released yet, but Alyssa was kind enough to send me the track the other day, and this is the first, like I said, the first single or possible single since their album about 2 years ago called Aftermath, which, by the way, is an awesome album, and they were kind enough to send me the vinyl copy of it, which was amazing, and I wasn't expecting it because when I emailed them, I know I was just expecting the digital copy or just the CD, but the vinyl. So I was very, very excited and super. I was super cool with them, and so thankful for that. It was really cool of them to do that because I was not expecting that. So that made my day, and went right down to the record player in the man cave and popped it on right away as soon as I got it.
Nice, that's cool.
And yeah, it was a great tune. Like, I mean, I always enjoy Alyssa's vocals, and I always mention that. And between the two of them, it's such a growing process from their first EP Perla, which is about 3-4 years ago, to now. I mean, if you just hear the evolution and changes they've made along the way, and just the growth they've made, it's just something else. It really is very cool.
I really enjoyed that. It reminded me of bands like Portishead. The bass was just so, it sucks you in. It was just one of those bass lines. I was like, oh, I like this, and then the vocals just creamy on top. Really cool. Did you say there's only 2 of them in that band?
Pardon? Only 2.
That's amazing. Because again, I mean, that's something we were talking about. Was it Condescending earlier, how they filled the sound? These guys, I mean, that's massive. That's wow. I really enjoyed that. Proper chill, proper nice.
And you know what? And speaking of Portishead, the first time I heard them, ironically, is the complete wrong word, but it wasn't on the radio. It was actually on a jukebox in a coffee shop, believe it or not. Because this is a place we used to go to after during high school, after we were done, go for a coffee, play chess, whatever. It kind of sounds nerdy, but we went there, and that's where I first heard it. I was like, this is really cool. Like, why haven't I heard this before? Because I heard a lot of their stuff on the radio, but that's one I hadn't heard. So yeah, I heard it on a jukebox in a restaurant in Montreal, because that's where I grew up, at a place called The Moon.
That's amazing.
So yeah, there's my introduction to Portishead. It was via jukebox in essentially a coffee shop that served good food at the same time. So
that sounds like the perfect way to hear Portishead for the first time. That would work so well in that kind of environment.
Well,
it'd be amazing.
It catches your ear too, right? So
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, these guys had it going on, and even it's kind of trippy. It's like that almost like 50s vocal. Do you know what I mean? It's like a quite old school kind of vocal sound almost, and it just works beautifully with that kind of electronic background. It's really nice.
Well, she has her vocals are a little bit lower than normal, and it's just, I mean, you wouldn't know when you talk to her that, because it's kind of like Chris Cornell, where Chris Cornell can sing like he got hammered in the nuts, but when you hear him talk, his voice is so low. It's like, holy crap! I was like, how does that work?
Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it? Always like Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, he's got like the lowest, deepest, most like, oh, for sure, on stoner voice, and then he's got this massive high vocal, right? What's that?
He can sing properly, he just can't speak properly.
Yeah, exactly.
And just one more quick side note on Ozzy, and this was awesome. This was actually Ozfest in 2000, because this is the second time I've seen Black Sabbath, because I saw them on the reunion tour, and they were playing Ozfest. So it was Manson, Black Label Society, Slipknot, Sabbath. I mean, it was quite a good Ozfest. But anyways, I won the tickets to that. And the morning show I used to listen to when I was living in Michigan, because this is when I was in Michigan. I was in Michigan for about 7 years. So the morning show I used to listen to, they had a contest a couple days in a row to win Ozfest tickets. And the one contest that I won, and I think partially because I speak mumble, and when I get really tired, it gets a lot worse. But sometimes if I don't think when I'm talking, I tend to speak fast and mumble. And I think that's partially due to being able to speak French as well. But point being is the contest was, what did Ozzy say? And, you're listening, is like, man, I don't know what the F he said. Like, and just trying to figure it out, right? So pretty much they would take the person who was closest to what he said. And man, it was fun. But because of that, I won Ozfest tickets, and I was so excited and so pumped. But yeah, because I guess close enough as to what Ozzy said.
That's brilliant. Do you know, around about that time, when they did, when the Black Sabbath thing, they did the reunion, was it 2000, 2001 or whatever, and they did Ozfest everywhere. They did an Ozfest in the UK, and I can't remember why. There was something else on, and I went, I'm going to go to this other thing. I can't even remember what it was now. I said, I'm going to go to this other thing. It's okay, I'll see Black Sabbath next year. And then they didn't play for like 13 years. And luckily, when they did the album 13 and they did the reunion, I was like straight on there to book a ticket and went to see them, because otherwise I never would have seen Black Sabbath. I was like, I can't believe I missed this. I'm not missing it again. Thankfully, I saw them, because they're such a legendary band.
Oh, absolutely.
And, I was so like nonchalant. It's like, oh, it's fine, I'll see them next year, and they didn't. That was it.
Well, right, you know, and that's when the reunion tour happened. It's like I got to see them now just because they don't do it again. You know, it was the same. It was the same thing when I saw like the Who years ago, but this is when John Entwistle was still alive before he OD'd on coke, right? Mm. So, and you know, I got to see the Led Zeppelin Unleaded tour, which was amazing.
Awesome.
So it's one of those things like at that time, you know, like. You know, I didn't have a lot of expenses, so I was able to afford to go to these shows.
Yes.
So, you know, the money I made working, it was pretty much essentially free money, sort of. But anyways, you know, I paid for a lot of shows. And when I was living in Michigan, Mike, the last summer I was there, and I think it was 2002, I think, but the summer right before, I call it the summer of Brian. And because I was going to a show almost every week. I mean, that summer, man, I don't think I've seen so many shows in my life. And just because I had the cash to go. And the bonus was my stepsister was babysitting for people who had VIP parking and tickets to Pine Knob, which is now DTE Energy Center, but that's an outdoor pavilion. So I was able to buy the tickets at cost plus the VIP parking, which means I could get out of there really quickly after the show because it's in the backwoods. So there's usually a huge lineup to get out of there and get back onto the highway. So it was very beneficial, and yeah, it was really cool. It was a great summer for shows. And to tie into that, and then I'll stop sidetracking here, I used to do landscaping, like lawn mowing, you know, weeding, all that fun stuff. And one woman that I worked for, she always asks, goes, oh, what are you doing this week? And to a concert, or she goes, what's concert are you going to? I said, oh, I'm going to see Stone Temple Pilots and Red Hot Chili Peppers. And she goes, oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers. She goes, you mean Chad Smith? And I look at her, because this woman's in her 60s, right? And this